Today, I would like to get back to my favorite theme for YouTube videos, discussing various voting systems around the world. Today, I will discuss single transferable vote. You may remember a few videos ago, single non-transferable vote. Well, today I would like to discuss single transferable vote. Now, this system, by my view, is perhaps the second most, if not the most, complicated voting system out there. Unless you go for overkill with too many rules and too many nuances like Greece, for example. So it's no surprise that only 2 countries use this system, well, on a national scale, but wait. 3 actually if you include Australia, but Australia uses it to elect its Senate. And the only countries which use it to elect the lower house are a lower chamber of parliament, excuse me, are Malta and the Republic of Ireland. Now, since it's so complicated, it's no surprise that it's rarely used. Okay, so bear with me because I don't have a chart. I'm going to try to explain to you guys how this works. So each district has each constituency has several seats. It's multi-member districts. Now, single transferable vote is a proportional system, which more or less results in a proportional parliament. Proportional results, more or less proportional. So there are multi-member districts, and let's say there are 4 seats to fill in a district. Now, the number of seats depends on the number of the population. Each MP elected there is elected as an individual, not by party, not by political party. Unless, of course, you do bullet voting, which I'll get to in a moment. So there are 4 seats to fill. Now, each MP must represent a certain number of voters. They must each represent a certain number of voters. So let's say there are 40,000 eligible voters there, so each candidate must represent 40,000 people. So basically what happens is this. You must cast your vote for a minimum of 2 people. Your first preference, and your second preference. Or you do bullet voting, so you vote for the party and then you accept the party's allocation of preference of the candidates. The political party's preference. That's called bullet voting. Now, so let's say you need, let's put it at a small number, okay? Let's say a candidate needs 500 votes to be elected an MP. And then he gets 600 votes. So he's automatically elected because he reached the threshold and passed it. Reached the quota and passed it. Now the surplus votes, their second preferences will be transferred to other candidates, so to help other candidates get elected. So if another candidate has less than 500 votes, another 100 votes, maybe another 50 votes. Let's say he has 450 votes. Another 50 votes of second preferences will help that candidate get elected. So then he gets that 500 quota from second preferences. So rather than your second preferences, instead of instant runoff voting where losing candidates help the winning candidates. Losing candidates help winning candidates. Instead, it's the other way around. Instead, in this system, is winning candidates help other candidates win. You see? So, second preferences are distributed. And then, if someone reaches the quota, again, he is automatically elected. Now, if there is no surplus votes amongst the candidates after the first, if there's no more surplus votes to count, and then there's still a few more seats to fill, the losing candidate is eliminated, and his second preferences are distributed to help another candidate get elected, to reach the quota. You see how this is working? So usually it's first count, second count, third count, fourth count, till all the seats are filled. I hope you're following me here, because this is very, very complicated. Now, let's say there are no more surplus votes to transfer, and yet there is still one more seat to fill. But there is only, say, 2 candidates left. Yes, 2 candidates. The one with the most votes wins among those 2 to fill the last seat, because there are no more surplus votes to transfer based on second preferences. Now, see, this system is so complicated. The disadvantage would be that, that you don't know who's going to form the next government on election night. When your whole family is huddled around the TV, let's see the returns, huh? It's exciting. You won't know right away. Also, well, the advantage, however, is that it's more or less proportional and people know exactly who to contact. Everyone will, well, almost everybody, just about everyone who voted, there'll be a small minority who do not, but just about everyone will either have their first preference MP or their second preference MP elected, and they'll know exactly who they're going to contact in Parliament. So there is the constituency link, and the result is still proportional. And everyone is elected individually. There's no coattailing. There's no coattailing or anything like that. Everyone is elected individually. Well, maybe there is some, in some ways there's coattailing, but not in the way of plurality at large or any other system, or the list system rather, yeah. The party list system or the plurality at large, those systems there's coattailing. In this system, not as much, because everyone is elected on an individual basis. So, it's, I like this system. It's my favorite proportional system. But as I said before in my video about first past the post, I'm against proportional representation. But if I had to have a proportional system, this would be it. So only Malta and Ireland use it. No surprise there. But several local elections in several places around the world have used this system. Several countries use it on the local level. Okay, thanks for listening.